What's up, YouTube? It is your boy, the one, the only, the real CT, y'all. I am back in this thing. Y'all, we got too much to get into. Oh my God, we got to get into a lot. Last night was the Real Housewives of Potomac's Part 1 reunion, and I got some stuff I need to say. Let's get into this video. First, I want you to be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Like the channel, subscribe, turn on your notification bells so you know when I go live or when I upload a new video, you guys. Look here. Look here, look her. Y'all, I'm trying my best with these videos. Okay? I'm trying my best. It's been a couple days. I lost a follower. It made me cry. It made me cry, guys. I lost the viewer. Um, but never mind that, y'all, because guess what? Your boy is going to keep pushing through. That's all we can do. In the words of Dr. Wendy, she said push through. So that's what we got to do, you guys. Again, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and turn on your notification bells. I am the real CT. This is CT Live. And you know I'm bringing you nothing but real moments, real headlines, real life, real CT. Let's get into this video. Y'all, last night was none other. The girls are back. The Real Housewives of Potomac reunion was last night, y'all. And I got some stuff I need to say. What the world? What the world, y'all? In the words of Dr. Wendy, push through. All right, y'all, let's get into this video. First off, those were all the ladies. I have to rate the dresses. I have to rate. And coming in number one is Dr. Wendy. I don't care what y'all say about Dr. Wendy. I loves me some Dr. Wendy, fraud and all. Fraud and all, you guys. And we saw that fabulous house. I mean, the house, she did her big one with the house with all the fried money. Uh, allegedly, let's get that up. Allegedly, the fraud money. I mean, look, the feathers, the dress, money well spent, if you ask me. Dr. Wendy look good, and y'all can't tell me she don't. I don't care who don't like her, what y'all think about her. That Dr. Wendy was pushing through, and I saw her. Wendy, look, if you're listening, I saw you get out the truck in the all white. I see what you did there. People were all white. I'm innocent, pure. I'm innocent. And Wendy, she was pushing through. Push through, Wendy. Push through. I live for Dr. Wendy. All right. Next, Ashley. Um, Ashley, she looked pretty. Ashley looked pretty. I liked this dress. She looked cute. It did what it needed to do. We're gonna leave Ashley there. Giselle. I love Giselle too. Even though Giselle, you was being a mean girl. I mean, well, Giselle always the kind of mean girl though. But I still love Giselle, even though she be getting on my nerves sometimes. But Giselle, I mean, it was simple, it was cute. It was her. I want to see Giselle do something different, something grand. She need to come out of her comfort zone because I feel like we've seen her in the same material a few times. Tia, it was given, very much, let's go to the prom, you know. Um, it was prom dress, but I mean, it fits her. It fits her aesthetic, her style. So I ain't mad at it. Karen, we haven't seen Karen yet. Uh, right here, I'm not a fan because I've seen Karen in better looks than this. I don't know if it's the hair. Maybe when we see her sit down on the couch, it'll look a little better. So, worst dress, gotta go to Monique. Cause what the we gotta look at Monique sit up there like a triangle the whole reunion. I'm not here for it. And she's so beautiful. Like she could have easily pulled this off with something else. It's giving warrior princess. Angel, I'm not mad at it. I don't really like the bottom, but I ain't mad at it. She's still pretty. Pretty girl. Stacy. It fits Stacy aesthetic. I like it. I like it. I'm here for it. It's it's typical Stacy. I feel like we've seen her wear this before. She's another person I want to see come out of her comfort zone as well. And then Kalana, she looked really pretty. Beautiful. Tens across the board. But we got to get into some things about Miss Kalana because Kalana. Oh, is it Kalana? No, it's not Kalana. Kiana. Kiana. Kalana. Kalana. And I wanted to love Kalana so bad. And I tell you, it be the prettiest ones. It be the prettiest ones. They be mean girls. It's just like, ugh, I don't like it. So let's get into the review, you guys. Again, tap in the comments. Tell me what you're thinking. Let me know your thoughts of the reunion. I'm going to let me know my thoughts. Some people may agree with me, some people may not. Frankly, I don't give a damn. Okay. Like I told y'all know this me and my mama show. We done already did a little debriefing. I had to watch it with mama. Okay. So we start off in the episode. We see Wendy and Eddie, and it is a week after they were arrested. Um, like I said earlier, if I didn't say again, Wendy, money well spent. I mean, the house is absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. I mean, that was some alleged fraud money well spent. Okay, so yeah. So, they're in the scene. We finally get the scene. They done played the scene 3 or 4 weeks. We finally get the scene. And they're going over how that day went down and, about the arrest. And Wendy, I'm gonna put myself in her shoes. If I had just been arrested for fraud charges, okay, I, anybody. I mean, if you in your right now, you would be broke now. But the voice, I wasn't believing the voice, Wendy. Now I believe the tears when they got to talking about the daughter and their children. But prior to the tears, the voice when she was like, I was so scared. I was so scared. I need to make sure you guys can hear me. Hold on, wait. Can you hear me? I was so scared. I just didn't know what to think. I didn't know. Wendy, please cut the act. Please. Girl, you was not scared when you was allegedly calling them people and them different credit card numbers and returning items. You wasn't scared when y'all called up the insurance company allegedly and reported stuff stolen that wasn't stolen. Uh-huh. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. Allegedly, allegedly, it just feels like a bad dream. I guess the fuck you do. Shoot, I don't play with the law. I pray to God. I pray to God it's just this big misunderstanding because I really like Dr. Wendy, y'all. And I know y'all say Wendy look down on people. Yes, she do. And God got a way to humble us all. But I'm just like, I pray to God. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe she's targeted. I don't know. We ain't gonna get into it. But so we see that scene. Wendy, the voice gotta go. Now, when she started crying about her daughter and her children, I felt that. My heart went out to her and Eddie for that because it's like, damn, you know, it's one thing if you do something, but now it's affecting your kids at the expense of your children. Now my heart goes out to them for that. So, but the first part, I'm like, Wendy, I couldn't do the voice. I guess so. I will be scared too. I'm a doctor and in jail. Oh my God. Oh Lord Jesus. All right, let's see. Um, oh, so then Wendy, she asks Eddie, you know, how is this gonna impact their marriage, impact their marriage. And she says she won't be the same. It won't be the same person after this. I guess the not. Who would be the same person after possibly almost going to jail? I mean, well, no, she went to jail, but actually like doing a stint in prison. I don't think nobody's the same. Um, but Eddie told her, God's got them, and she hopes that they will be okay. So we go into the reunion, you guys. We start to see Giselle and Ashley. They're all getting ready, getting ready. Everybody come through. You got Stacy, Kalana, Angel, Tia, um, Giselle, Ashley, and the last person we waiting on is Wendy. See, y'all know production is so strategic. Why they gotta make Wendy go last? All it was like all eyes on you, Wendy. All eyes on Zen win. And I loved it. And when I tell you, hold up. Wendy came out there pushing through, didn't she? Wendy came out there pushing through. Wendy looked good as hell. I mean, breathtaking. When I tell you I'm so here for Dr. Wendy, I'm here for Dr. Wendy. Wendy comes in pushing through far charges and all, allegedly. And so they start off. Andy goes, the elephant in the room. Everybody wants to know the elephant in the room. Andy asks, how has it been with Karen out of the season? That's the first thing he asks. Giselle chimes in and says that she ain't have nobody to argue with, and she likes to argue with Karen. Really? Really, Giselle? Because you argue with pretty much everybody, except for like Ashley, like her riders. Because she gave poor Stacy and Angel hell. Gave them hell. Now, some of that Stacy, she brought on herself. But Angel, she gave Angel hell. Kalana, she gave Kalana a little hell too. The only reason she didn't give Tia hell is because Tia was her friend. So then we go over to Kay and Angel. And so Andy's asking them, what was their expectation for the season? Kalana was a friend of this year. This year she's a flute holder, a housewife. He asked how Angel, what was her experience? Angel said it was rough. She said she had a rough landing, but it was fun. She had fun. You think it was rough, Angel? Yeah, it was rough because y'all were madness and sadness the whole season. That's what the people said. The people said that Angel and Kalana was madness and sadness. And looking at the TV, that's how it came off, just dry. Just Kay said that, her first season, warmed her up. This season, she just settled in. I can't tell, Kalana. I can't still. Next. He asked how Stacy. Stacy said she had a rough season. You think, Stacy, you was lying the whole season? We all know Stacy be lying, but you know what? I love Stacy too. I ain't gonna hold you. Because Stacy, like, look, and so what? You caught me in a lie. I'ma still stand 10 toes down in that lie. Cause still I rise. Oh my God. I can't with Stacy. Let's see. Next. Oh, so then we go more into what's the face? Wendy. We go more into Wendy. And he asks Wendy, how has she changed from the start of the show to now? Wendy says she was unsure. She was unsure of herself when she first started on the show. She was sure of herself. And now she has been empowered. It has been an empowering experience for her to be on the show. She didn't know who she was. She had just gave birth before she came on the show, and she was unsure. Was she unsure about those fraud cases, credit card scam, huh? Allegedly. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So then Andy brings up the charges and he asks her, "Well, what can you tell us? What can you tell us, Wendy?" And she say that, she's just scared and, she goes over how it happens and, she was woken up by the police and they was taken to jail. She had to call her mom and her aunt to get the kids from school because the kids weren't there and they were in jail. And she was just crying and she was just so scared. So scared. She was so scared. And I was like, dang, that's sad, to be living this life or as what it looks like. She's living this grand scheme of life and to be just ripped from your life, thrown in jail. So embarrassing. And it's sad. It is sad. And then she starts going into detail on how her son found out and how, he saw it on the phone. He saw it on his phone and they got out of jail the next day and they tried to, pretend like nothing was going on, but he asked where they been. And she said that they always made a promise to their kids to never lie to their kids. And as she's doing this, the camera zooms in on Kalarna's smug ass. I just feel like, yeah, they throw shots, you throw shade, but when it come to like real life, like somebody in my family died, I could have been killed or legal drama. Like, this is not the time to throw shots or throw shade at me because of something you don't like about me or something I said or some issue we have. This is not the time. Don't kick me while I'm down. And I need for Dr. Wendy, because we know she coming back next season. I need for her to raise up and she need to come guns blazing, whatever she got for every last one of them. Cause them hoes will back up off of me. Yeah, y'all think you think it's funny now. The only person that will be able to sun me is the federal government and my court case and the judge. Cause they will have to back up off of me. Y'all ain't finna come for me and don't think I'm a sin for you. So the fact that Kalana when Wendy says she would never lie to her children, that's just like, really? How tacky? How distasteful? Have some decency. The woman is talking about her children for God's sakes. Innocent children. Don't matter what she did, don't matter what her husband did allegedly. It's about their children. She's actually talking about her children. Like, don't be frowning up your face when people talk about their kid. Leave the kids out of it. That pissed me off. Rolling her eyes. Don't be rolling your eyes about my kid. You don't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm back, y'all. I had a moment. So then they go in and Andy asks about her smiling in the mug shot. And so Zell chimes in. She says, "Were y'all happy, Eddie?" Because that's what it seemed like. Now I am glad Giselle asked that question because a lot of people wonder, especially with those kind of weird smiles they had. Were they high? What did they pop a happy Eddie? And she said, no, they were asleep. She had been crying. They had been crying. And then they pulled Eddie out of his cell. He had been asleep. No, none of them had popped a happy Eddie. So then she says, they had to spend the night, and she talks about how they turn the lights on and all, blah, blah, blah. And so everybody's like, Stacy said, "You were in jail? You were in jail overnight?" Yeah, I thought the consensus she bonded out meant she was in jail overnight. You were in jail? Everybody's like, "You were in jail overnight?" She said, "I was. I was. I was so scared." And then Ashley says she seems kind of, Giselle said, "You seem just, are you worried at all?" She says, "Yes, Giselle. Yes, I'm worried. Of course, I'm afraid." And then Ashley said, "Yeah, you just seem so jovial. Jovial." Ashley, shut the hell up. Shut up. Always got something to say. I can't. I can't. I can't. And Giselle goes, I mean, not Giselle, Ashley goes, "It's just, you know, I'm terrified. One of the biggest things in my life is going to jail. And I'm just terrified that, we have so many people going to jail, and it terrifies me." Well, why would you be terrified, darling, if you're not doing anything to go to jail? That didn't make sense. Like, shut up. Shut up. Ashley, just shut up. You just always saying some shit that don't even matter. Be quiet. Stop talking. Stop talking. I mean, like, Ashley just be trying to find stuff at this point. She need to give us into that storyline, because that um storyline with Sharice and her son, that fell flat. And now that Michael's gone, she don't got no storyline. She need to give us a storyline, a good one, and stay out of everybody else's what they got going on. Let's see what you got going on. Since you're so terrified, it terrifies me. One of the biggest things that I always am proud myself on and running away from is jail. Jail. And we've had two women in this group go to jail. And I'm terrified by that. Okay, Ashley. Next. So then we get into Stacy and Tia. And so Andy starts off talking about Stacy's QVC videos appearing on the internet. And they congratulate Stacy for making Vanity Fair. Even Giselle congratulated her. She says, "Thank you, Giselle. Thank you. Wow." She said, "Well, I'm gonna give you that because we got everybody going to jail." Which is like, what the fuck is going on over there on Potomac? Everybody is low-key going to jail. Um, so let's see. Let me look at my notes. So, so Andy asks Stacy, does she consider what she does as a performance? And she says one thing about people saying of her QVC performances is that they can see her personality through the QVC performances. And Ashley jumps in and she says, "Yeah, well, you were performing for a job." So I'm like, yeah, Stacy, that didn't make sense. You were performing for QVC just like you're performing now." And she said, "No, but you can see that runs through her old videos, her personality. She's happy and blah, 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 whatever." So Tia chimes in and says that Stacy is pretty much a fraud. She's a fake. And I think she said they were on a plane, and she said Stacy has a different voice and she talks with a lower cadence. And Stacy said she would know. She would know. She is the queen of accents. I said, "Ooh." Not that girls are fighting. And so Tia said that she triggered Stacy because of her English accent. And she's just trying to find something to pin on Tia because Stacy married up and you are actually trying to be prim and proper. And Stacy said pretty much F-U-C-K her, and that all she was trying to do is find something on her to report back to her master. Now, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. It's Black History Month. Let's not bring masters into this. It's like Stacey too much. Stand in who you are. The reason that everybody's coming out to Stacey the way they coming out to Stacey is because Stacey be lying. Especially with the Chris Samuels incident. First, she said she know him socially. Then she said we seen her on the tape say, yeah, she went out with him a couple times. Which one is it, Stacey? Which one is it? The bottom line is Stacey be lying. And so then they go back over Stacey paying TJ for the show. And she says she still stands in her truth. That never happened. So then we move over to Wendy and Tia talking about Stacey's husband. About Stacey saying, well, Timo's gonna be in town. Timo's actually not gonna be in town. And the consensus that I got from there is she was not ready for them to meet Timo. Why you just didn't say that, Stacey? Why not just say, hey, I don't want y'all to meet him yet. No, we're not coming. No, but no. Instead, she said, oh, he's fine in town. Stacey be lying. Stacey be lying. And I feel like the viewers see she be lying. But I like the quirkiness of the way she just stands in it. It's just like, yeah, I'm lying, but I'm not gonna give you the benefit of saying I'm lying. And still I rise. I can't with Stacey. But Stacey, they ended with the whole Timo, and Stacey said that she is going to try her best in the future to just own it. She's going to try to own what she does, try to own what she says. And they even go back over the cannabis line. And Wendy said that she feel like Stacey named her cannabis line a Nigerian name because what she say? Because she was trying to get back at her and Eddie for the TJ thing. And so Giselle says, really? You think she's that deep? Giselle's so shady. I can't. And Wendy says, yes, I think she's that smart. I think she's that smart. Stacey says they didn't treat her fair. They treated her especially poorly, especially when they've all had men have done them dirty. And she wanted them to have her back with the TJ thing. And they did it. And Giselle pointed out, well, what you want us to do after we learn information, not bring it to the show? That would be disingenuous to the show. We brought it up. You denied it. Move the fuck on. I said, oh, Giselle, call her out. Now, I'm on Team Giselle with that. They brought it to the show. It's for the show. You want us to ignore it? No, we're not ignoring it. We're going to bring it to the table. You can either clear it up, deny it, accept it, but move on. Like, we're filming a show here. Now, I agree with that. Let's see. Next, we get into let's see. How will Stacey regain her trust? You know, Andy wants to know how she's gonna regain her trust. And again, I say she says she will be more direct and work on not beating around the bush. I said, oh, wow. Wow. These ladies right here, they something else, ain't they? I gotta give Angel her props. Now, Angel kind of showed up this season. Angel, well, let me rewind. Not this season, this reunion. Angel kind of showed up. So we switched over to Angel, and they asked, what Andy asks is, well, where are you living now, Angel? And she said they're back and forth, but they have now purchased their home in Potomac. Ashley said, is it 30 acres? She said, no, but it has a few. Ooh. She said, no, but it has a few. And if she lived in Potomac, she could chose. And Ashley said she chose not to. She chose not to live in Potomac. And Angel said, yeah, okay. I said, okay. This is the Angel I need to see on the TV. That's the Angel I want to see, not the Angel a manicular like what girl, what the fuck? This is not English class. A mercurial length nature. What's that what she was saying about Wendy? Whatever she. So Giselle chimes in and she says, well, Angel didn't come on the show to make friends. At least that's what you said. You made it clear. Angel said it was a constant whiplash. And Giselle, Ashley, and Wendy constantly met up and talked SHIT about her. I said, oh, this is the Angel I want to see. Come on, Angel. Bring it. I'm giving her props. She brought it and she cleared up some things. I need more though. I low key want to see Angel come back. I want to see her come back because I feel like she has more of a story to give. And I feel like she knows what's needed now. And she could do a little bit better on season 2. I'm just saying. And she need to break away from Kalana. Maybe we demote Kalana because Kalana ain't giving us nothing. She didn't give us nothing. But Greg still ain't getting you no ring. Next. So let's see. Wendy asks Angel why she ain't checking Tia when Tia was the one that said she was being evicted from her house. Now that's true. Why we didn't see Angel check Tia? But Angel swore out and Tia swore out. Yes, we had a conversation about it. We did. And I apologize. Then we move over to Angel and Kane about the chin check situation. And as Angel is taking accountability, standing in, yeah, she had more dip on her chip for Wendy. We got Angel over here. I mean, not Angel. Kalana over here. Like a little chihuahua. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Shut up. Let Angel say what she was going to say to Wendy and what she was saying to Giselle. And she pretty much was saying, yes, she had more dip on her chip for Wendy because of the interactions they had had. And Wendy was trying to tell her, you didn't have that same energy for Giselle. You didn't have that same energy for Kalana and the chin check. And Angel said, as she looked back over, she could see where her energy switched with Kalana. And she thought to herself, is this something that she wanted to take further than what it is? And she said, no. And that's the way it went. So she apologized. First, they let Kalana go. And she's trying to apologize to Wendy about having more dip on her chip for Wendy instead of Giselle. Because Giselle is the one that actually said the catfish comment, not Wendy. So Kalana comes in, wrong time, again, like normal. I just want to say I am sorry again, Angel, for using that term, and we've already discussed it. La, la, la. Not your time. Not your turn to talk, Kalana. But okay. Thank you for apologizing because you know you didn't chin check shit. You need to chin check Greg for not giving you a damn ring. That's what you need to do. I'm just saying. Next. Wendy asked, let me see. Oh, so then they get into the catfish comment. Andy wants to know, why did Giselle start the whole catfish comment? Angel said that Giselle was trying to be mean and shady, and it was rude. And she said, now that I need Giselle to own, because Giselle knows she was being shady as hell. She said that she was doing production, during filming. She asked production, when is she gonna meet the new girl, because she brought Tia on and she had not met Angel. And they said, Angel, stop playing. You already met her. I mean, not Angel, stop playing. They said, Giselle, stop playing. You already met her. That's Angel. And she said that did not look like the same person, that the beautiful woman that she was meeting. And I'm just like, Giselle, come on. You was being shady. It was shade. Everybody get it. Let's move on. But Giselle said that she apologized for the comment. She didn't like it, but Angel kept bringing it up the whole season. And she said it's because they kept bringing it up the whole season. And I know that does make sense. Like, okay, you want me to forgive you. Let's move on. But they kept picking at it. Like Ashley bringing the catfish. It just kept leading back to the catfish joke. And so it did feel like they were being rude. It felt like they were hazing her. Honestly, it does. I'm going to stand with Angel on that side. But Angel, that does not go against the fact that she is not totally percent right either, because she didn't stand in her truth. She didn't say things that need to be said. And you could tell she would feel one way on camera, then she would feel a different way. But she would just keep dragging it throughout the season. And it's just, I need her to work on feeling away, standing in her way. And then if you're gonna forgive somebody, if y'all gonna apologize, then you gotta move on. And I was let them know, okay, if we move on, don't keep bringing it up, because I don't like that. Again, I want to see more of Angel. I feel like she just need to stand in her truth a little bit more. That's it. I just think she need to get used to it. I think she need to get used to it. So then they wanted to address Angel saying Wendy looked like Forrest Whitaker. She said she had ass lips and Forrest Whitaker eyes. And Wendy said, well, what about if I said you look like James Earl Jones? You wouldn't like me saying that about you. So Angel said, you're right. And I apologize. So I'm like, okay, can we move on? Can we move on from madness and sadness? Because Andy asked them, they said, viewers said that Kalana and Angel were madness and sadness. And it's like they were giving not good. It was a little boring. I wasn't here for it. But I'm still rooting for Angel. I'm still rooting for her. I feel like she needs another season. I don't know. I feel like she just needs another season. Another season, and she'll be all right. I'm still rooting for her. I'm not throwing in the towel on Angel. Now, Kalana, we done seen her 2 seasons. It's time to go. She's not giving us enough. And I was really rooting for Kalana because she's so beautiful. She's such a pretty girl. Let's see. Oh, Kay admits watching it back, she did seem upset this season. You think? You had an attitude the whole season. And that whole issue with Wendy, mm-mm. I feel like she was just trying to find something, honestly. Not making Wendy innocent. Because I'm sure Wendy might have threw some shots that made Kalana feel a certain kind of way, but I don't think Kalana's able to articulate it as sneaky as Wendy is, you know. Because Wendy, she know how to slickly get you and cut you. And then when you bring it to light, it's like she's dead and telling she'll make you look stupid. Wendy will make you look stupid. Like, So I'm not gonna say Wendy's hands is always clean, but I feel like Kalana was reaching several times when it came to wanting to have a problem with Wendy. So then they jump over to Andy jumps over to Ashley, and he tells her how viewers thought she was just mean and nasty this season, and she was. I feel like we already know Ashley's messy, but this season it was just like she was just mean and messy. It was just like I don't know. It's because Karen wasn't there. They didn't have Karen, but I was I wasn't here for it. I wasn't here for it. So then we get over to how Ashley called out Dr. Wendy Zim when she was arrested. And that she apologized for what she said because she didn't understand the severity of Wendy's case. And Wendy told her she would believe her. She would. But she got information that Ashley had a vendetta against her. A vendetta. And Ashley said, Wendy, I don't have a vendetta against you. I don't have a vendetta against you. I don't. Wendy and Ashley, and they having this back and forth, back and forth. And then that's when the episode ends. Wendy says, Ashley don't have no accomplishments. And then Ashley says, you can't vilify my accomplishments, BIT. You don't know what I accomplished. So then Ashley just gotta go for the gutter. And she says, well, at least I only got one social security number. That's what I'm talking about. Ashley goes too low. It's too soon for the social security joke. Let the lady beat the case first. I need Wendy to step up. She need come next season, even though she fired her case. She need to have all of them back up off of her, guns blazing, because she know they coming for her, and I need her to send for them, cause it's just like too soon, Ashley, too soon, y'all. That was season one. I mean, not season one. That was part one of the reunion. Tap in and let me know what y'all thought about that. Tap in and let me know your thoughts. What did you think? Who is your favorite? If I got anything misconstrued, y'all, please forgive me. So many thoughts going on in my brain right now about that reunion because I'm just like, I am looking forward to see Karen skittle through the questions. And the same hit y'all had, the same heat y'all have for Wendy, y'all need to have for Karen. Because Karen, she been ducking and dodging. She ducked and dodged on the interview. She ducked and dodged on Sherry Shepherd interview. I'm just saying. I feel like she's standing partially in her truth. But I'm still here for the Grand Dame. Don't get me wrong, I'm still here for the Grand Dame. And I'm definitely still here for Dr. Wendy. So I need Dr. Wendy to come on and beat the case. Okay? Beat the case, Dr. Wendy. Know what y'all thought about the first part one of the reunion. Once again, I am the real CT, y'all. This is CT Live. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when I go live or upload a new video. And once again, I'm your boy, the real CT. Well, you know I'm bringing you nothing but real moments, real headlines, real life, real CT. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.